Good day. Well, you know, we love local, everything Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan. And of course, the city of Norwalk, Ohio will be a little louder this weekend as the National Hot Rod Association comes to Summit Motorsports Park. Funny car champion driver Cruz Pedregon will be one of the many racing this weekend. Good morning. Thanks for being here today. Cruz, we were just chatting about your name. It just worked out, didn't it?
It did. I get so many questions, and just like you. Is this my real name? It's my real name. You know, like third or fourth of my family. And it works well for racing, just cruising down the racetrack.
Absolutely. It's perfect. So let's talk about the event coming up this weekend, right, in Norwalk. What can people expect?
Fast cars, a lot of 330-mile-an-hour runs. Weather's going to cooperate. We just come off a race last week where it was like near 100 degrees, so cooler weather's. It's a family event. You know, the pit area that we open the pit area up for, like NASCAR and IndyCar races, the fans are on one side of the fence and we're on the other side, so fans get to come in, enjoy the races, the cars being worked on, the transporters, get autographs in the pit area. So, like they say, every pass is a pit pass, so they get to come in and see the action and then watch the cars go out down the racetrack at over 300 miles an hour. There's a run what we're making right there.
That's wild.
This is a marquee event. The Bader family runs the track, does a great job at promoting and bringing that family atmosphere to the race.
So how long have you been doing this, going fast?
Yeah, you know, I've been doing, my dad was a racer back in the 60s, so my brothers and I just kind of took it up. Without his help, by the way. He didn't want us going fast and racing. But
he's like, no.
Yeah, I've been racing over 30 years now, you know, and we used to race down in Columbus, southern Ohio, back in the 90s when I started. And then Bader brought the event up here to Norwalk, and I'm glad he did because it's a great event, and we enjoy racing there. And I won this race a few years back, so we're going to try to repeat that this weekend.
You got to do it again. So let's talk about the different categories because you are in the funny car category. Talk about the differences here.
Yeah, the two top categories are top fuel, which you just saw here, the four wides. They're the cars that are familiar. You know, the engines in the back, they look like a rocket ship. Those are the same engine, same clutch, same fuel, nitromethane, same horsepower, 10,000 horsepower. But our cars are more familiar with the fans. It's an actual car, replica of, in our case, a Hellcat Dodge car. So we're the wicked closed canopy cars that are wild looking, and there you see one going down the track there. So they go about the same speed, 320 to 330 miles an hour at about 3.5, 4 seconds. So very similar, but a little bit different fan base.
And you know, they have a cool look to them. You have to be paying attention, right? Because if you turn your head for a couple seconds, you missed it.
Yeah, you know, drag racing is about raw horsepower, acceleration. If you like that kind of thing, drag racing's for you. The sound is unique. You know, the engines don't hum; they pop. There's explosions in the cylinders. This fuel is over $35 a gallon, and it's really it's nothing like it. It's a unique sound. Again, it's a sound that senses all about NHRA. We run on the NHRA circuit, which we're almost in the middle of the season now. They do 21 races. We're right in the middle of our season, or getting ready to be in the middle here. So yeah, we're in top 10 in points. So the championship will come down in November. So whoever wins gets the most points wins the championship at the end. I see my parachutes aren't popping out there.
Yeah. So how do you prepare for something like this? You know, what kind of practice?
Yeah, you know, it's just a lot of mental. We're more like golf. The golf game is more mental. You know, there's not a lot of physical in these cars because you're only talking 4 seconds.
2 seconds. Yeah.
So you have to prepare, do a little imaging. You know, prepare what you might expect going down the track because these cars move faster than your mind will actually think.
Right.
So you're kind of very reactionary going down the racetrack. But you know, every run is like a new run. I never get used to the sound, the feel, the senses. So I'm in there, you know, hunched up, ready to go. So but it's, you know, you've got to respect these cars. They go really fast in a short period of time. So a lot of people think we just aim them straight and they go perfectly straight. We're driving them down the racetrack, turning the wheel. So because think about it, you have a 11,000 horsepower with tires that are this wide, and you're trying to corral that speed, and the car's trying to jostle all over the place. So it's quite a thing to see. If you've never been, I highly recommend. Kids under 12 are free, and the NHRA does a good job promoting the families out there. So it's a great event.
Yeah, I'm watching them come down, and yeah, they look like they're kind of popping around a little bit. You got to control these guys.
You do, and you know, visibility of these cars isn't great. I mean, dragster you can probably see out of them because you don't. But with our cars, you have the engine in front, and so it's a
It's hard to see.
Keeping it straight. Keeping it straight it can be tough sometimes.
Do you ever freak out in there?
I don't. But I'm always a little nervous in the car. It's something you never get used to. At least you don't want your body is best prepared when it's a little nervous, a little bit apprehensive. That's when your senses are up and moving around. There's times I'll do a little breathing techniques to calm myself down a little bit. But really, as long as I've been doing it, I know what to expect for the most part. But we still have to get up in there and it's like the OK Corral. You're up against another driver, and he's trying to do what you're trying to do to him, and that's beat him off the line and get down to the finish line first. So, it's very competitive. These cars go close to the same speed, so the driver has to get off the starting line quicker than the other guys. So, some young guys coming in there, and I still can hold my own pretty good. So it's good. It's good.
So no hesitation. You just have to be ready to go.
Yeah, you have to be ready, and we have practice trees. We can put on a desk, or there's full-size trees, and you can get your reaction times. But it's so hard to replicate the feeling of you're on the track. All the elements. There's all these fans, and there's different scenarios. It's hard to replicate. Your body knows when it's the real deal, and that's why I'm not a real good practice guy. I'm good on the race when competition, especially if I'm racing a guy that I think has a little bit better car. I'll get up in that seat and try to get after him. But yeah, it's just a real instant, a lot of power, and so you just gotta hang on for dear life.
Like you said, respect those vehicles because they go very fast. So okay, this is happening this weekend in Norwalk. When do things get started?
Things start for us on Friday afternoon. We get 2 runs late in the day, 5 and 8. Saturday's the race, and qualifying we continue 3 and 5, I believe. And then Sunday's the actual race, the competition. They'll crown the champion, I think, at about 5. Action starts at 11 o'clock, right on time. So I recommend you come out and check out the Snap-on car.
And the Snap-on car. So keep an eye out for that. And as you said, kids 12 and under are free, so that's great. They're going to love that.
You get a lot of kids come out there. And I started out, I was a fan. I'd go out there and get autographs from different drivers. So I try to return the favor and be nice to cordial, especially to the little guys.
The little guys, they're looking up to you. Very good. Well, have fun this weekend.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here today.